prompters.
Prompter, guys, prompter.
Hello and season's greetings. I am your host, Adriana Ramirez. Today is our final episode, guys, and we're really excited to bring you some our show is about music and the gingerbread houses and the holiday gala and much more. You won't want to miss all of that and more here on MATC Now. Thanks for joining us on our final episode of MATC Now. Joining us today is my co-host, Malia Chow. She is a music alumni from here at MATC. How does it feel to be back?
Oh my gosh, it feels so good. It actually brings a lot of nostalgia, and I just remember walking up and down these hallways most days of the week after, hectically looking for parking and just being in the basement and taking classes, and it's really good to be here.
So what have you been up to lately since graduation?
Yeah, okay, so I think it's been maybe a handful of years, maybe about 5 years since I've been in the MATC program. Currently, I am performing a lot. I'm actually a performing musician. I own my own dance and production company.
Oh, wow.
So I think it was maybe a week or two ago, I was at Pierre Marquette downtown on Old World 3rd, and we did a Hawaiian Christmas performance for the televised Christmas show that they do for Downtown Lights to promote it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what instruments do you play?
I am a guitar player. I specialize in rhythm. I'm a very good rhythmic guitar player. I'm also a vocalist, and that was something that took a little bit more training for me. I'm not one of those people who has sort of the natural vocal talent. A lot of people do. I don't. But the more I trained, just like any instrument, the better I got. And with experience, like I said, about 5 years later, I feel very comfortable on a mic, and I feel very strong that way vocally as well, too.
That's awesome. I had always wanted to learn an instrument. I never had the time or a chance, but maybe this winter break I'll be able to pick up the guitar. Do you play acoustic or just electric or kind of dabble?
Yeah,
Both?
Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, being at MATC is the best way to take a music class. It's more affordable than if you were to do private lessons. The teachers are extremely passionate. Although I did play music before I came into the program, I found that it's actually helped me evolve so much theory-wise, and that legitimacy has helped me carry over into a lot of things. It's helped with my compositions.
Very nice.
So anyways, if you're looking to play an instrument, MATC is your place.
For sure, yeah. Up next, find out how the baking and pastry art students have created a sweet competition to help raise college funds for students. This unique parade of houses features a classic holiday treat. But first, the holidays are quickly approaching, and before you know it, they're over. To celebrate, the MATC Mequon campus recently held a holiday gala. Folks gathered together to partake in tons of fun activities and games. Here's a look at how some of the holiday cheer was displayed at the event.
The holidays are coming really, really fast. And what better place for men, women, and children alike to celebrate than at the holiday gala?
It's an annual event every year, and you can get tickets by the cash registers. Right now, we're just doing games, and we're doing guessing games. We have the Santa gift bags as well, and many more.
In addition to those games, there are lots of different foods served at the gala. From mac and cheese to pizza, there was something for everybody. The gala is also sponsored by the MATC student governments at Mequon and Oak Creek.
I've been working as a student government official for 2 years now. The best part of it is that you get to meet new people and get to meet new friends, and you just bring joy to that. to the little children as well. And if you see them smile, it's like priceless.
There were also plenty of faces that were drawn into incredible portraits. Anybody could get in on the fun.
Anybody can be in a gala actually, if they want. You know, it's up to them. And I would highly recommend people to come. It's a blast.
Just like there are ornaments in the Christmas tree, there are many aspects that make the Holiday Gala a wonderful holiday experience. There are gifts and prizes for winning games, fun doodles, and delicious food. All of these make for a great winter event. And if you missed this year's event, there's always next year to go to at the Mac Joint campus for the Holiday Gala.
No way.
Gingerbread Pro is a local tradition in which MATC baking and pastry art students design and decorate original gingerbread houses and compete for big prizes sponsored by Milwaukee Foundation.
For the gingerbread house competition, there are 33 original designs, and then there are actually 4 renditions of Miller Park and 3 renditions of the new Bucks Arena. I think it's really amazing that students get this opportunity to do the Gingerbread Pro collaboration with the Bucks and the Brewers, and then they are provided more opportunities through the MATC Foundation for scholarships and things like that.
My house is kind of a take on a winter wonderland, so I have my little elf here terrified, but clearly the abominable snowman just wants to make friends. You can see on the roof here where you can see all the different shingles. I actually hand dyed and cut out every single one of those.
We decided to take on the challenge of taking the Bucks Arena because it has a more complex structure. We just wanted to be more creative, and I mean the structure for the new Bucks Arena is pretty complex, so we took that.
Alright, so the process of the gingerbread making, first start off, we got 2 different types of gingerbreads. We have a flexible dough, we have our regular gingerbread dough. And we mold it, and then we cut our shapes out of it, and then we build our structure.
Our displays that are made out of fondant, gum paste, and Rice Krispie treats and pretzels.
So once I found out that they were partnering with the Brewers Community Foundation, that made me want to actually do the competition this year. We decided that we would do the whole Miller Park and then add the chalet instead of the clock tower. The Brewers Community Foundation is actually the players' wives and mothers that get together and do community outreach.
So the money that is bidded on the gingerbread houses is actually brought right back into the program, and they use it for scholarships for this program, which is a really amazing thing.
More than 10,000 MATC students receive financial aid support, including grants and scholarships. In addition to partnering with the Brewers and the Bucks, contributions for Gingerbread Pro come from the Wisconsin Bakers Association. Judging took place at MATC before the creations were transported to the market for public viewing. Prizes will be awarded to top students and will be announced after the show ends.
Our gingerbread creations will be on display at the Milwaukee Public Market from Saturday, December 2nd to Wednesday, December 13th at 400 North Water Street in Milwaukee. At the market, all of the houses are on display upstairs, so you go upstairs and they'll give you a ballot, and you can go and just vote for your favorite house.
So when we transport all the gingerbread houses, they're in big trucks, and sometimes things happen when we're bringing them over here. A couple things broke, all the royal icing pardons, so there really shouldn't be anything that can get too messed up, but sometimes things break off, and students have come back to fix part of their houses.
I noticed that a part of my roof had been broken, and so I decided to come back and fix it.
The votes that you cast at the Milwaukee Public Market will all be counted, and then the person with the most votes gets People's Choice Award, which is a really big honor. I've heard it's like the coolest thing you can win. I'm really proud of myself for pulling it off, and I'm really happy with how it turned out.
Education is one of the most important things we can receive, so like for us, in order to like, I would just really appreciate that we can make a difference, in a way, and what better way to do it.
For me in particular, with this program partnering with the Brewers Community Foundation, I have to rely on financial aid and scholarships to help me get through the program. I wanted to be able to go back to school and get a degree doing something that I enjoy doing, but then to show my girls that whatever you set your mind to at whatever stage in your life, you can accomplish it. And sometimes it requires a little help along the way, but that's why there are the scholarship programs available for the students, which is fantastic for me.
All proceeds from each Gingerbread Pro creation will be put towards student scholarships. Your vote makes a difference.
Although Gingerbread Pro has been going on for years, this is the first year that the program has collaborated with the Bucks and the Brewers. Hurry on down to the Milwaukee Public Market. You only have 2 more days to see the creations before they're gone. You know, I think I'm going to have to make my way down there and take a look at them and try not to pick off the treats.
Beautiful houses. Yes, I loved the Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
It was, wow, the detail on those were just really impressive.
They were, and I think the fact that they can replicate the new Bucks arena is crazy. You would think that the architects were the ones making gingerbread houses as well. Yeah, have you ever made a gingerbread house?
I have made gingerbread houses in elementary school, but I am really not the cook in my family. Actually, my sister, she has gotten a culinary degree from an East Coast school, and so she does the gingerbread houses. I don't hold a candle to that at all. How about you? Do you guys do that in your family?
Yeah, no, so I mean, it's kind of the same thing. I think I remember in elementary school making gingerbread houses, but nowhere near as good. I mean, maybe like a stick house or Lincoln log type of home, but never a beautiful creation. I mean, I saw they did the abominable snowman from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I mean, it almost looks like it's plastic. It's so good.
I mean, I can't imagine the countless of hours they must have taken into just even baking just the walls for the house themselves.
And it's for a good cause.
Yeah, awesome. Well, as far as traditions, do you have any traditions that you guys have for your family? Do you?
So not with gingerbread houses, no, but definitely other food things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Us too.
Seeing everyone at the gala makes me want to decorate some cookies and toss on some Christmas music. Being a music alum, you must really love that time of year as well. Music playing for the holidays, you can't help but get into the spirit. Here at MATC, we have a really great program where anyone can learn about music, from reading and playing to technique and theory. Our music operation program covers it all.
The Music Occupations program is a great program if you're interested in the musical arts. Many people may not be aware of this program, so today we're going to shine some light on this fantastic program.
The Music Occupations program has been here for a very long time, and it's really geared to helping musicians show up and find methods to procure a living in music. So we teach the people how to read music, how to improvise, how to play in various different genres, from jazz to metal to hip-hop to Latin music. Really no genre limits. So it's a lot different than most music schools in that anyone can come here, and within 2 years you should be able to sustain a living as a professional musician with the skills earned here.
Before I came here, I knew I wanted to be a musician and I wanted to make a living doing that, but I didn't fully believe that it was possible. And when I met Steve and heard some of the things he'd gone through, and once I started working on the stuff that he advised me to, I realized that this was a very real possibility.
A few years ago, we're the fastest rising program in MATC Now. It's the subsidiary division of the Music Occupations program known as the Music Audio program, which is got really great teachers that have been doing professional audio and commercial jingle writing and so forth for many years.
I want to say I started here about 3 years ago, and I'd heard about my guitar teacher, Steve Peplin, from my music teachers in high school. And so I was kind of excited to meet him and take classes with him. And he kind of exposed me to concepts that I hadn't really been taught before. And when I focused on certain things that he was teaching, it really brought me to a new level. And so I gained a lot of knowledge theory-wise, but my technique has also improved, and I've learned to play in multiple different settings with a full band, with a duo, so like 2 guitars or a guitar and piano, and solo. So those are some of the things that I've had experiences with here.
The only real criteria to get into the music occupations program is the desire and discipline to show up and register. So there's no audition process, but we do conduct informal auditions to see what ensemble level someone might be placed into, and also if there's any possibility of them testing out of anything, which is very rare. So there really is no entrance criteria other than just being a human.
For more information, feel free to follow the link or call this number.
If you or anyone you know is interested in learning about music, come on down to MATC and check out our program. You could become a professional musician in just 2 years. Malia, what was your favorite part of the music program?
Oh, that's a difficult question because there's so much influence that the teachers had. One thing that I really did appreciate as a musician is that you are expected to just keep practicing, keep rehearsing, keep doing the work. So if you're somebody who loves music, this program will definitely force you to stick to that. One of the things that I found about MATC's music program is people sometimes think that just because you're going to a 2-year school that it's going to be easy and you might be able to sort of coast your way through it, but it's actually very challenging. The programs are even when you're speaking about things like music theory, they're so in depth. I mean, these kinds of classes really opened a Pandora's box for me in my mind and helped me even with my own teaching philosophies to this day. I still go back to the things I learned at MATC. If it weren't for MATC, I wouldn't have had the edge that I have now in the music world. I think in Milwaukee and probably in most places in the country, it's very difficult to establish yourself as a musician. There's a lot of musicians out there. All of the musicians are hungry. Everybody wants to gig. There's a limited number of venues. It's competitive, and there's not a lot out there money-wise, especially if you're as a performing musician. Right. So if you have these skills that MATC can teach you, it definitely gives you an edge that's completely worth going to the program for.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. One place where I like to listen to music all the time is when I'm on the go, specifically in my car. One staff member here at MATC spends a lot of time around cars and motors, is Mr. Patrick Hansen. He tells us about how he helps build student lives here as much as he does cars.
Before this, I was a regular old automotive mechanic. The opportunity to give something back to the community, I made the decision to go ahead and start teaching. It's all turned out to be quite rewarding and very interesting. It's always changing, which is what I like. When that student takes something what hasn't run in 3 or 4 years, and when it leaves a couple days later, usually, it's running, and here they're going out to their neighbors and trying to find more projects to bring in, and it builds on that success rate. Everything you see, all the bikes, the motors, school doesn't own it. All the motors in the middle there, it's all student projects. All the lawnmowers lined up, the bikes in the back, all student owned. By working on their own property, not some demo gig. We're not going to look at a motor and go, okay. No, we're actually going to take it apart, we're going to rebuild it, and you're going to put it back in your bike, and you're going to be a happy camper when we're done. One of my most rewarding things I've done here is work in a grant program called IBES. And these were long-term unemployed adults. The ages range anywhere from early 20s to late 50s, and have been unemployed for at least a year, had very, very little direction other than where their next meal was going to come from. Some of them were literally living in shelters at the time when they were coming to class. And these students were amazing. So these are people who got over hurdles just to get through the door. So if somebody's going to work that hard to get through my door, it's my responsibility to work just as hard to make sure that when they leave here, they can. We will go into these communities and offer that opportunity. As soon as you say, yes, I want to do that, we're going to do everything in our power to make sure you get it done. It's just that simple. All you have to do is say, yes. Once you commit to coming through the door, you walk through the door, we're going to do our best to make sure that you don't walk out of it without being successful. Being able to give back to the city and help improve the city overall and improve some of these neighborhoods by having individuals who have gone to college go back home and change that cycle, that's what we do. And MATC is in the community every day with our CBOs, which are the outside schools. Every day there's somebody out there looking for that individual to say yes and get them through our doors.
Lives here at MATC are impacted every day. Instructors, staff, faculty, they all have an effect on student life. There's always something going on at MATC. Let's go to Adriana to see what events and important dates are coming up in the MATC Minute.
Thanks, Malia. On December 13th, there will be a de-stress day at the Mequon campus cafeteria from 11 a.m. until 1, featuring henna tattoos, light snacks, and water. There will also be an opportunity to decorate holiday cookies at the Oak Creek campus on the 13th starting at 11 a.m. until 1. For those graduating this semester, don't forget winter commencement is December 15th at 6 p.m. at the Miller High Life Theater. Need a little pick-me-up? On December 18th and the 19th, there will be a free coffee at the Oak Creek campus starting at 7:45 a.m. until it's gone. And again on the 18th at 4:30 p.m. A few final reminders, all MATC campuses will be closed December 23rd through January 2nd, and all spring classes start January 16th. In case you haven't done so, don't forget to register for classes for next semester. And that's all for the MATC Minute. Back to you, Malia.
Thanks, Adriana. Up next on MATC Now is an important message from one of our academic leaders on staff here at MATC. This time of year is hard on students, especially when you're saving for the holidays and struggling to pay for next semester's tuition. Do not fear. Dr. Michael Rosen has some words of reassurance for you on FAST funds.
This is a stressful time for everybody in the MATC community. For students, their finals coming up, as well as all of the financial challenges that we face during the holiday season. For faculty, there's the stress of grading, giving final exams, helping our students succeed. I want to urge the students to complete the semester. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged. I want to let you know that there are resources on this campus. We have counselors, we have advisors, your faculty are here for you. And if you are facing extreme financial hardship or a financial crisis, we have several programs on campus. The Teachers Union, AFT Local 212, runs something called the FAST Fund that provides students with emergency grants. So does the college, running the Dream Keepers grant and other grants, including a completion grant. These are funds that will help you overcome economic emergencies and financial crises so you can complete your academic work and achieve your degree and your academic dreams. For faculty, I want to thank you for everything you do for our students, for the programs that you lead, and for the work that you do on behalf of our community. To everybody, I say, let's finish this semester strong and have a happy and prosperous holiday. Thank you. To contact the FAST Fund, call 414-765-0910 and ask for Michael Rosen. My email address is mrosen@local212.org. That's M.
Thanks again for taking time out of your busy schedule for joining us today here at Malia.
Thanks so much, Adriana. It was my pleasure.
No problem. And to everyone else, have a great winter break.